He'll face off against the Erie Seawolves. Top of the order tonight, Trey Cruz, Colt Keith, and Josh Crouch. Due up against the left-hander, Cantillo. 6'4", 225, 23 years old, a Hawaii native. Cantillo works from the stretch, third base side of the rubber. The first pitch taken upstairs for ball one at 6:07 Eastern Daylight Time in downtown Akron, Ohio.
And a sunny right now, 55 degrees at the ballpark, which feels pretty good.
Cantillo's 1-0. Misses low and inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Cruz, a switch-hitting shortstop. He's up from the right side against Cantillo. The set and pitch. Popped up foul, first base side out of play. 2 balls and a strike. Like you mentioned, Jim, sunny today and more sunshine than we've seen on the field since the start of play on Thursday. That's because we're starting here just a little bit earlier at 6:05. 2-1. Fly ball down the right field line. Cox chasing it near the line, makes the catch, slides onto the warning track to follow through and hang on as he takes away a base hit from Trey Cruz for the first out of the game.
Nice catch by Connor Cox going far to his left. You may get an hour of sunshine today, maybe a little bit more than that possibly. And that will feel good, believe me, for these guys on the field right now.
Yeah, last night's first pitch temperature was 46 degrees. Opening night it was 53. The pitch. Fastball, strike on the outside corner to Colt Keith. Scoreless in the top of the first at Canal Park. Keith, the left-handed batting third baseman. 2 hits in his first Double-A series, including a 3-run double on opening night. 0-1. Low and away, a ball and a strike to Colt Keith. Outfield shading to left. Infield playing Keith to pull. The pitch. A chopper foul, first base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Keith. Well, Keith just 21 years old. Out of Biloxi, Mississippi. 5th round pick in 2020 by Detroit. Out of high school. Cantillo kicks and offers. And misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Keith. And Keith now up to Double-A. He is ranked as the Tigers' number 4 prospect according to MLB Pipeline. But 2-2. Misses high and outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Keith. No score, top of the first. 1 down. Keith the batter. Josh Crouch on deck. Cantillo with the 3-2. A chopper, 1 hop back to Cantillo on the mound. He turns, tosses to first. It was a 1-hop throw scooped by Joe Naranjo at first base. And that's the second out of the first inning.
Joe, a tough play in the sun despite being low that bounce. Good to see that non-base on balls. Boy, through 2 nights, Erie 9 runs on just 6 hits. But they received 19 walks in the first 2 games.
And these 2 teams have combined for 35 walks and just 16 base hits over the first 2 games. First pitch to Josh Crouch. Strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Scoreless in the top of the first, 2 down, bases empty. Crouch, right-handed batting catcher against the lefty Joey Cantillo. The set, 0-1. Misses low and inside, a ball and a strike to Crouch. Last night, the Rubber Ducks fell behind 2-0 and 4-2. The turning point came with Randy Labout coming in and providing 2 1/3 scoreless, hitless relief. The pitch, breaking ball high, 2 balls and a strike. And the Ducks with 3 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, won at 6-4 last night. Time requested by the batter, Crouch. So the clock resets. He can do that once in the plate appearance. 2-1. Foul to the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count from Cantillo to Crouch.
The Guardians underway. Cal Quantrill goes for the Guardians against Seattle again tonight. They play tomorrow.
And Quantrill and Cantillo were both part of the same trade coming over from San Diego. 2-2. Fastball. Called strike 3 inside corner. Cantillo gets crouched for Erie. Madden ranked as Detroit's number 5 prospect according to MLB Pipeline. And he was drafted in 2021 by the Detroit Tigers. Taken in the first round, first competitive balance A round, which follows the first round immediately. In 2021, he's 23 years old, 6'4", 215 pounds. The pitch, fastball, turns Petey Halpin off the plate, up and inside for ball 1. Halpin, Angel Martinez, and Brian Lavastida due up against Ty Madden in the first. The windup 1-0. Fastball low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. The count on Halpin. Madden last year pitched once against Akron, 6 scoreless innings on August 19th and a no decision, the 2-0. Swing foul tip, strike 1. It's 2 balls and a strike on Halpin.
This really a good pitching battle tonight.
Yeah, Cantillo on the Duck side and Madden for the Seawolves, the 2-1. Swing and a miss on the high fastball up and inside, 2-2. Madden taken number 32 overall 2 years ago out of the University of Texas at Austin. Now he's 2-2. Halpin swings and misses, strike 3. Off speed there from Ty Madden. Gets an inning opening strikeout here in the first. Scoreless game as Angel Martinez comes up. Martinez, a switch hitter, batting left-handed against the righty Madden. So Madden last year, the pitch misses up high, 1 ball and no strikes. His first full season as a pro. The 1-0. Martinez pops it foul out of play, third base side, 1 ball and 1 strike. And Madden was with the West Michigan Whitecaps to begin the year, pitched with West Michigan until early August. Hands over the head, the 1-1. Ground ball, foul, first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 6 scoreless innings against Akron, his best Double-A start. Now he winds in his 1-2. Called strike 3. Martinez knew it. Breaking pitch there from Madden for his second straight strikeout.
You're exactly right. He knew it. He was walking away immediately.
2 down, bottom of the first, scoreless between the Rubber Ducks and the Seawolves, and Brian Lavastida, right-handed batter against the righty Madden. First pitch. Misses outside for ball 1. In fact, the Rubber Ducks against Madden in those 6 scoreless innings managed just 2 hits. The pitch fouled off first base side. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count to Lavastida. Now the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Pitch down low and inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Madden brings the hands over his head in his windup and kicks up the left leg and offers 1-2. Inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Lavastida. He works with a fastball, curveball, slider, and changeup. Now the 2-2. Foul to the screen. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he's been working to elevate that fastball, according to scouting reports, as he's often been a pitcher who works in the bottom of the strike zone, now trying to use that top of the zone for his fastball. The 2-2 fastball called strike 3 to Lavastida, and Ty Madden works a 1-2. Top of the second, no score. Akron and Erie at Canal Park. Both pitchers working 1-2-3 first innings. Left-hander Joey Cantillo for Akron will face Erie's 4, 5, and 6 hitters in the second. Those being Grant Witherspoon, Jay Colton, and Mario Feliciano. Each pitcher a 1-2-3 first. Each pitcher threw 15 pitches in the first inning. Left on left, Cantillo to Witherspoon. First pitch, fastball, strike, outside half, 0-1. Cantillo works with a fastball, changeup, cutter, and curveball. The 0-1, foul to the net, no balls, 2 strikes from Cantillo to Witherspoon.
I'm sure Joey's so happy to be back on that mound again.
Yeah, last year, just having the one appearance after the end of June. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Fastball just outside, a ball and 2 strikes. And it's clear he is motivated coming into this year to continue to develop the 1-2. Chopper passed him on the mound, behind second, sliding stop by Martinez on the outfield grass, but the ball stayed on the grass and Martinez couldn't scoop it cleanly, so Witherspoon reaches on a base hit.
Well, he was having such a good year. ERA's under 2, you're a lefty, you're striking guys out, you're throwing strikes, you're on the radar for sure, and you're sidelined, and you've been sitting all this time now, getting ready for this moment.
And Cantillo, regarded by the Guardians organization enough to be placed on the 40-man roster. The pitch low and inside, 1 ball, no strikes. That happened last November. Got his first Major League spring training appearance this March. The 1-0. Strike on the inside corner, 1-1 to Jake Holton. Witherspoon leads from first, held on by Naranjo. The pitch, low and inside, 2 balls and a strike. And Joey says he feels healthy and strong to start this year. 2-1. A fly ball to right field. Cox chasing it to the right field corner into foul ground and runs out of room. It's into the stands. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the strength, something important for Cantillo. Last year, he was throwing harder than he had previously in his career, and he said his body was still adjusting to that, and that brought about some of the shoulder soreness that he had partway through the year. The 2-2. Runner goes. Fastball called strike 3. Throw down to second. Tag by Delgado. In time to get Witherspoon, so it's a double play. Cantillo fans Holton, and Berglund throws out Witherspoon with Delgado on the putout. And there are 2 down in the second.
Nice throw by Berglund. First chance he has to showcase the arm.
Here's Mario Feliciano. The pitch, fastball. Strike, top of the zone, 0-1. No score, top of the second at Canal Park. Berglund behind the plate. Joe Naranjo at first. Reynel Delgado at second. The pitch up and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Angel Martinez at short. Gabriel Rodriguez at third. Jonathan Rodriguez in left. Petey Halpin in center. And Connor Cox in right. Defensively for Akron. The 1-1. Breaking ball in for his strike. It's 1-2. And the breaking ball is a point where Cantillo wants to improve. He has that good fastball changeup combination. 1-2. Low and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And wants the breaking ball to be one that he can turn to and throw strikes. The pitch. Low and inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Feliciano. On deck waits Julio Rodriguez, the DH. Scoreless game, top of the second. Bases empty, 2 down, 3-2. Fisted foul, first base side over the dugout. Still a full count on Feliciano. The shadows extending over the batter, umpire, and catcher at home plate. Pitcher and infielders and most of the outfield still in the sun. The pitch lined foul, first base side. Past the Erie first base coach, their bench coach, Matt Malott. Manager Gabe Alvarez, who led this team to the Eastern League Championship Series last year. He's coaching at third. Cantillo sets is 3-2. Inside for ball 4. So Feliciano draws a walk. That's the first of the night for either side. And Erie, in a scoreless game with 2 down in the second, has a runner at first for Julio Rodriguez. Rodriguez, right-handed batter against the left-hander Cantillo. The pitch. Check swing. Went too far on the breaking ball there. It's 0-1. Seawolves wearing their red jersey tops with Seawolves in white script across the chest, trimmed in black. White numbers on the back as well. 0-1. Swing, foul tip. Strike 2. Rubber Ducks with their orange jersey tops. Akron entire script across the chest. Black numbers on the back with the white shadow and the electric blue caps. The pitch inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Julio Rodriguez. Cantillo will look to first. Now the 1-2. Fastball up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Rodriguez. 93 on that last fastball from Cantillo. Not much wind, according to the flags in left center field. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Cantillo fans Rodriguez. This is the Akron 4-5-6 hitters. Jonathan Rodriguez, Joe Naranjo, and Gabriel Rodriguez. The windup first pitch. Fastball. Top of the zone, a called strike, 0-1. Outfield shading to right, the 0-1. Misses low and away, a ball and a strike to Rodriguez. Well, Madden, his first year of pro ball last year, 122 2/3 innings. The 1-1. Swing and a miss on the high fastball, 1-2. So he proved durable last year and 133 strikeouts, so more than a strikeout per inning. Is 1-2. Swing, foul tip, strike 3. Madden strikes out Rodriguez, the 4th consecutive strikeout to begin the ball game for Ty Madden. We are scoreless in the bottom of the second. 1 down for Akron's first baseman Joe Naranjo. 1 for 5 in the series, 2 walks, hit by a pitch, and is struck out twice. First pitch, foul to the backstop. No balls and a strike from Madden to Naranjo. Naranjo, just 21 years old, drafted out of high school, 0-1. He fouls it back. No balls and 2 strikes. Last year, he was the winner of The Rawlings Gold Glove Award for the minor leagues at first base. The 0-2. Called strike 3, top of the zone. Madden with his 5th consecutive strikeout. He gets Naranjo for the second out here in the second.
What a way to start your season.
And he has been sharp, to say the least. The fastball, the off-speed pitches. First pitch to Gabriel Rodriguez. Swing and a miss. Good off-speed. No balls and a strike. 5 strikeouts, 3 looking, and 2 swinging. Scoreless game in the second, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good off speed down. No balls, 2 strikes to Gabriel Rodriguez. Madden winds in his 0-2. Fastball just high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jim, it looks like he's spotting things where he wants to. He winds in his 1-2. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. The catcher, Crouch, grabs the ball, tags Rodriguez, and that. Top of the third at Canal Park. No score between the Akron Rubber Ducks and Erie Seawolves. Left-hander Joey Cantillo for the Ducks will face Erie's 8-9-1 hitters, Diego Rincones, John Valente, and Trey Cruz. In this top of the third inning, Rincones, right-handed batting right fielder, picked up from the Giants organization by the Tigers in the offseason. First pitch, misses upstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. Rincones played in this league as a Richmond Flying Squirrel last year. Cantillo sets his 1-0. Breaking ball. In for a strike, it's 1-1. Rincones wearing the high black socks, waves the bat behind his head. The pitch, swing and a miss on a breaking ball down. It's 1-2 to Rincones. Rincones originally signed by the Giants out of Venezuela, then became a free agent this past offseason, signed by the Tigers. Cantillo's 1-2. Rincones grounds it sharply foul, third base side. A ball and 2 strikes still on Rincones. And Rincones, following former Giants general manager Scott Harris to the Detroit Tigers organization. Still just 23 years old. The 1-2. Fastball just inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Cantillo to Rincones. We are scoreless in the top of the third. Erie has the game's only hit, a Grant Witherspoon single. 2-2. Low and inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Off speed there from Cantillo. The lefty sets, payoff pitch. Rincones pops it up near home plate, but catcher does not see it, and it's into the crowd behind the backstop. Still a full count. So still 3-2 on Diego Rincones. Rincones listed at 6 feet, 229 pounds. Cantillo's payoff. Rincones fouls it back over the net. Still a full count. Last year, 91 games for Richmond for Rincones. 10 homers, 12 doubles, hit .258. The pitch. Fastball inside for ball 4, and he draws a walk on 9 pitches to open the third inning. Erie and Akron scoreless in the top of the third. Rincones on at first. John Valente, the scheduled hitter. Right-handed batting second baseman, number 9 spot in the order. Cantillo sets, looking at first. The pitch This is upstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. Cantillo, a native of Kailua, Hawaii, and drafted by the Padres in 2017, the 1-0. Fly ball to center field. Petey Halpin is there and puts it away. Didn't have to move much. 1 down in the 3rd. So the Padres able to sign Cantillo and then started him with their rookie affiliate in Arizona in 2017. 2019 was a great season for Cantillo, pitching between single A and high A. The pitch low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes to Trey Cruz, who flied to right his first time up. Cantillo combining to go 10-4 with a 2.26 ERA and 144 strikeouts to lead the Padres system in 2019. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Good off speed there with the changeup. 1-1 to Cruz. And that for Cantillo at just age 19. Then, of course, 2020 season canceled. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Coming inside that time, 1-2. And San Diego traded Cantillo along with Cal Quantrill, Austin Hedges, Josh Naylor, Gabriel Arias, and Owen Miller to Cleveland in 2020. The 1-2. A chopper left side, 2 bounces, and Rodriguez tried to scoop it at third base. It got past him. So Cruz is aboard at first. Rincones moving over to second. Tough play over at third. And a base hit for Trey Cruz, putting 2 on with 1 out in the top of the 3rd. Left-handed batting, Colt Keith now to the plate. Scoreless game, top of the 3rd. 1 down. The pitch. And the umpire, Denver Dangerfield, hopped out from behind home plate. Cantillo had already picked up his leg and was starting to stride to the plate as Dangerfield came out. The pitch. Strike on the inside corner. The count even at 1-1 as Cantillo was charged with an automatic ball by home plate umpire Denver Dangerfield for a pitch clock violation. The 1-1. Low and inside, and it gets through the legs of Berglund, the catcher, allowing Cruz to go to second and Rincones to third. Pass ball charged to Rincones, or I beg your pardon, to Berglund, the catcher, allowing Rincones to go to third and Cruz to second. So second and third, 1 out. Top of the 3rd, no score between Akron and Erie. Colt Keith batting against Joey Cantillo. So Berglund walks back behind the plate after chatting with Cantillo on the mound. Rubber Ducks bring the corners in. Naranjo at first, Rodriguez at third. Middle infield is back at the back of the infield dirt. 2-1. A fly ball, right center field. Halpin, the center fielder, gliding into the alley. He makes the catch, tagging at third. Rincones. He's in to score. Cruz over to third. Colt Keith, a sacrifice fly to put Erie in front in the top of the 3rd. It's 1-0. 4th RBI of the series for Colt Keith. And with 2 down, a runner at third. In the top of the 3rd, Josh Crouch, the batter. Cantillo with his back to the base runner, Cruz at third. First pitch, breaking ball. Dropped in for a strike. It's 0-1. Cantillo sets his 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good change up there. It's 0-2. We saw Cantillo at his best last year in May when he did not allow a run in 22 innings. He was named the Eastern League's Pitcher of the Month. That coming over 5 appearances, 4 starts. He sets 0-2. Popped up foul, first base side out of play. 0-2 the count on Josh Crouch. And from May 1st through the 30th, among all the qualifying major league and minor league pitchers, his ERA of 0 was the lowest. The 0-2. Foul to the backstop, still 2 strikes on Crouch. And he had a 0.64 walks plus hits per inning pitched. That was second best in professional baseball during that stretch in May. 0-2. Breaking ball high, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Crouch. Erie in front, 1-0. Top of the third, thanks to a sacrifice fly from Colt Keith. Cantillo's 1-2. Low and inside, stopped by the catcher Berglund. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Crouch.
The unearned run right now.
That's right. Because of the pass ball by Berglund with Keith at the plate. Cantillo sets 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He gets Crouch with his 4th strike. Bottom of the third at Canal Park. Akron Rubber Ducks trail the Erie Seawolves 1-0. Right-hander Ty Madden has been stellar, striking out the first 6 Rubber Ducks tonight. He faces Raynel Delgado to open the third. The pitch, fastball upstairs for ball 1.
This is Paulo Espino territory a little bit.
Now the 1-0. Misses upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. A year ago, well, not quite a full year ago, top Guardians prospect Daniel Espino struck out the first 11 Bowie Baysox. 2-0.
That's who I meant.
Fastball outside, 3-0. Yeah, Espino, he was untouchable until the 12th batter of the game hit a home run against him. 3-0 to Delgado. Fastball in for his strike. It's 3-1. On deck is Connor Cox, followed by Michael Berglund in this bottom of the third. Erie up 1-0, scoring in the top of this third inning. The 3-1 outside, ball 4, and that breaks the string as Delgado works a walk to begin the third inning. Now Connor Cox up from the right side for Akron, starting in right field tonight. In the opener, 0 for 1, a walk and a hit by pitch. Delgado over at first, held on by Jake Holton, the first baseman. Madden's first pitch. Cox lifts it high and foul, first base side, into the crowd. Over in section 7, behind the Erie dugout. No balls and a strike on Cox. One nothing Erie the lead. Tying run at first for the Rubber Ducks. With nobody out. Madden's 0-1. Cox takes in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Madden last year, we mentioned, over 120 innings. He pitched in the postseason with the Seawolves, but by that point appeared to be out of gas. He started the decisive Game 3 of the Eastern League Championship Series, only got 1 out, gave up 3 earned runs. The pitch upstairs, 2 balls and a strike, so he took the loss in what was the Somerset Patriots championship clinching 15-0 win. That was also a no-hitter pitched by Somerset against Erie. The 2-1, Cox fouls it to the backstop, 2-2. After Erie had won Game 1 at UPMC Park, the series shifted to Somerset, where the Patriots won the next 2. But 2-2. Cox swings and misses, strike 3, and that's strikeout number 7 for Ty Madden. One down in the bottom of the third. Now it's the number 9 hitter, Michael Berglund. His first at-bat for the Guardians organization. Last year, Berglund playing with 3 Tampa Bay Rays affiliates. First pitch, runner goes. Berglund drives it high, deep and foul down the right field line. Over to the concourse. No balls and a strike on Berglund. Berglund, Corpus Christi, Texas native. Went to Texas Tech for a year, then transferred to Cisco College in Texas. After that, drafted by Tampa. The pitch called strike, 0-2 from Madden. And the Guardians picking up Berglund in the Rule 5 draft last December. Madden sets is 0-2. Upstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Berglund drafted in 2018 by Tampa Bay, but then after his pro debut that year, missed 19 and 20. The pitch fouled into the dirt at home plate. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Missed 19 due to injury in 2020. The pandemic canceled the season. And then in 21, played for the Single-A Charleston club in the Rays organization, had 50 games there. And last season played for Charleston, High A Bowling Green, Double A Montgomery. The pitch, fastball, called strike 3. Madden gets strikeout number 8 as he sits down Berglund with the fastball. And there are 2 down in the bottom of the third. Erie 1, Akron nothing. As Ty Madden has recorded the first 8 outs on strikes. 4 looking, 4 swinging. Here's Petey Halpin. Madden spins, throws over to first. Raynel Delgado back with the right hand.
Well, would you bunt just to get the bat on the ball?
With 2 outs, maybe not, but I'd consider it maybe next inning. The pitch misses upstairs. Delgado taking off, throw down to second. The tag is down, but Delgado got around it. He's safe at second base. His base umpire, Matthew Blackborough. The Seawolves thought they had the final out of the inning, and manager Gabe Alvarez comes out of the first base dugout to have a talk with the base umpire, Blackborough.
Well, you wonder what Gabe is asking him. What did you see, maybe? What did we miss?
It looked like the throw was in time.
Looked very similar to the play where Berglund threw out his base runner. In the second, same type of play, same side of the bag.
So now Madden works on a 1-0 count to Halpin, tying run at second. The pitch, Halpin bounces it foul, first base side. Fielded by first base coach, bench coach Daniel Robertson. Ball and a strike to Halpin. Erie 1, Akron nothing, bottom of the third. Delgado at second base. And Halpin, who struck out his first time up. Pitch foul to the backstop, 1-2 still the count. Looking at the replay briefly on MILB.TV, Delgado had an outstanding swim move to try to avoid the tag. Put his right hand to the back of the base. The pitch, Halpin pops it up behind third base. Keith into foul ground, has it, putting away the final out in the bottom of the third. The first out that is not.
23 years old, out of Clemson. Lynchburg last year, Lake County a year ago, a 2021 13th round pick. He will face Witherspoon, Holton, and Feliciano, 1-0 Erie, and there is a line drive in the alley. That's a hit to right. Chasing over, Cox will cut it off. He will go for two. Nope, he'll put the brakes on. So a single to right on the first pitch by Sharp to Witherspoon, who's 2 for 2 tonight to start the fourth inning.
Number 25, Jake Bolton.
Davis Sharp, 3-2, a fine, 1.42 ERA in 15 games at Lynchburg. Holton fan back in the second, swing and a miss. Lake County 5-1, a 2.15 ERA in 23 games, so he had two pretty good halves. He's a right-hander. Look at first and the pitch. In the air to right. Cox is back. He's there. Makes the catch out, number one, back to first, goes Witherspoon. Let's pause now for station identification. This is Akron Rubber Ducks Baseball.
Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now number one for podcasts.
He walked in the second. Look at first and the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, foul, third base. Sharp altogether last year, 8-3 with a 2.02 ERA. Oh, 1. He checked it, runs away a little bit. Went to Mill Creek High School. Resides in Georgia. Check of the runner in the pitch is a swing and a foul back to the right. A ball and 2 strikes. Boy, nice job by Joey Cantillo going 3 tonight. First game in about 9 months. Sharp is ready. Throw to first, back safely. Sharp again. He checks and deals, swinging a line drive. That is right at Rodriguez for the out. A laser to Jonathan for the second out of the inning. That ball was socked right on the nose. So 2 outs in the Seawolf fourth inning. Here's Julio Rodriguez, their designated hitter. Strikeout victim in the second. Right-hand batter. Runner goes, a ball, the throw, and he is out at second base. Another good throw by Berglund. They get him 2-4. He's caught 2 tonight. And moving to the bottom half of the fourth inning, 1-0 Erie. Ty Madden has 8 strikeouts, facing 10 hitters, 1 walk and a foul out. Martinez leads off on hill to shortstop, takes the ball high. He struck out in the first. The outfield to right, hitting from the left side. 1-0 pitch. Line drive, that is foul, bangs off the netting. Holton at first, Valente at second, Cruz at short, and Keith at third. Feliciano in left, Witherspoon in center, Rincones in right, Crouch catching. Madden 6'4", 215, 23 years old. New bat for Martinez. A 3-for-9 start for Angel. La Vestita, Jonathan Rodriguez to follow. Akron 1 ball in play. The final out, the foul out to third base from Halpin in the third. 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. A good fastball came down and in. Rubber game of this series. The only time these two teams meet in the entire first half. Swing, tapper, foul, third base. So, of course, if whoever wins would have a potential tiebreaker. One, two, up and away. 2-2 to Martinez. Well, Seattle 3 and the Guardians nothing. They're in the fourth in Cleveland. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 9 strikeouts of 10 outs for Madden.
For Erie, 4 hits, 8 appearances. Number 27, Brian Lavastida.
53 pitches, 36 have been strikes. Here's Lavastida. He was caught looking back in the first. He fanned the first 6 hitters, 8 of the first 9. Breaking ball called strike. He pulled the string on Brian. Lavastida 0 for 7, DHing tonight. Here's the 0-1. Upstairs, he lays off. There's that change of eye level they were talking about, which I think is such a huge element for any pitcher. 1-1. Ground ball shortstop, charging, Cruz, gloves, throws, got him 6-3, 2 up and 2 down in the Akron fourth. You can work it in, work it out, go up and down. You really keep the hitters off balance. Always good to change the eye level. Here's Jonathan Rodriguez, who struck out swinging in the Akron second. Wind up in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider. They're way around to right for Jonathan, right-hand batter. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a foul back to the right. Caught the screen. It's quickly 0-2 to Rodriguez. Naranjo on deck for Akron. 1-0 Seawolves. Bottom of the fourth inning. Here's the 0-2. In the dirt, kicks away left. I'd like to wish you all a happy Easter, which of course is tomorrow. One and 2 to Rodriguez. Wind up and the pitch. Checked it, breaking ball in the dirt again, blocked by Crouch. Evens the count at 2-2. The sun is hitting the scoreboard. That's about it right now. Here's the 2-2. Outside corner, called strike 3, strikeout number 10 for the third time tonight. You know, Davis Sharp goes a scoreless inning. Hunter Stanley comes on for his Akron debut in 2023. Sharp an inning, a hit. Stanley, a right-hander, missed most of last year with a right elbow strain. And Hunter, on a southern miss, a swing and a miss and a breaking ball by Rodriguez. 11th round pick in 2021. Lake County last year was having a great start. 2-1 in 4 games, a 1.84 ERA. There's a ball that missed. Rodriguez fanned in the second. He was in the Arizona Fall League and was a fall all-star. Upstairs and away. A second-team All-American. And third team by Rawlings. Wind up 2-1. Swing and a miss. He chased a slider. And Stanley, 6 foot, 190, 25 years old. 1-0 Seawolves, 5th inning. Rincones and Valente to follow. 2-2, swing and in the air to center. To his left coming on, and a running catch. And a diving catch is made by Halpin to record the out to lead off the 5th inning. That ball was slicing away from Petey, but he stayed with it for the out. That was a nice catch. They get that leadoff man. Here's Diego Rincones, the right fielder. He scored the game's only run. There is a strike. A pass ball after a walk got him on third base, and a fly ball by Keith drove him in. 0-1, ground ball by the mound, charging Delgado, gloves, throws, got him, 2 up and 2 down on a 4-3 play. So 2 outs now for John Valente. He flied to center. The Seawolves won 5-0 Thursday night. Ducks came back with a 6-4 victory yesterday. Stanley home. Low for a ball. Cruz on deck. Wind up. The 0-1 pitch. Line drive right to second. Caught off the shoot top by Delgado. And Stanley sets down the Wolves 1-2-3. Member of the Seawolves out of Penn, a 17th round pick in 2017, 6'4", 215 right-hander. Naranjo stands in and takes the ball inside. Rodriguez to follow, then Delgado. 1-0 Seawolves. Were in the bottom of the 5th inning. Joe caught looking on strikes, his only at bat tonight. And boy, was Madden sharp as a tack. Little high. 2-0. Lesher, 32 games here a year ago. Began the year at Lakeland. 2-0. Ground ball second base to the right. Backhand by Valente. Throws him out 4-3. First out, 5th inning. Here's Gabriel Rodriguez, the Akron third baseman, who struck out swinging in the second. You just cannot get much better tonight than Madden. 60 pitches, 40 strikes. Only 2 balls in play. Breaking ball to Beauty, caught the inside corner. He had Rodriguez backing out, and that's a called strike. A walk, a foul out, and a ground ball. Rest were strikeouts, 10 of them. 0-1. Blown away with a breaking ball, 1-1 to Gabriel Rodriguez. 1 for 6 on the year. Had a walk yesterday. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a foul back to the right. And the count is 1-2. The outfield way around to right. 1-2. In the air, left center. That ball will be falling. No man's land. That's a base hit. The first for Akron tonight. Into the bat, falls between Witherspoon and Feliciano. And Ducks have their first safety tonight. The single to center by Rodriguez with 1 out in the 5th inning. Here's Raynel Delgado, the Akron second baseman. He walked and stole a base in the 3rd. The Ducks getting their second base runner tonight. Left-hand batter, checking the pitch. Wild pitch, back to the backstop she goes, and down to second base. Rodriguez, big turn, but he hangs on. The tying runs in scoring position now with only an out. And a 1-0 count to Delgado. Cruz behind the runner on the left side. Swung on, high pop-up foul. That's out of play, third base behind the dugout. Bottom of 5, the only run in the game came on a sac fly in the Erie 3rd. Lesher, the sign from Crouch. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball about belt high, and the count is 1-2. Connor Cox on deck for the Rubber Ducks. Look back, 1-2. Swing, tapper, foul. Caught the end of the bat, rolls near the Akron dugout. Off day tomorrow. Travel day Monday. 6-game series begins in Bowie on Tuesday night. Here's the 1-2. High and away. .635 on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, then 7:05 on Friday night. 2-2, swinging a high fly to right center. Drifting is Witherspoon. He will catch it in front of the track, tagging third base, and going in with standing up is Rodriguez. So 2 outs. Rodriguez travels from second to third. Here's Connor Cox. Nice weather awaits in Maryland as well. Again, the outfield way around to right to pitch. Strike to the belt right down the middle. Cox struck out in the third. Rodriguez, the 1-out single. He's at third base now with 2 outs. Lesher rocks it. He's ready and fires. A little low. 1-1 to Connor. Michael Berglund on deck for the Rubber Ducks, the catcher, number 9 hitter. One, a little high. 2-1 to Connor Cox. Cox out of Long Beach State. 12th round pick 2 years ago. 2-1. Swinging a foul back. Went after a high fastball. And the count even at 2-2. Tying run down at third base with 2 outs. Lesher ready. Here's the 2-2 swing and a tapper foul left of home plate. Right-hander ready again. At third base, Rodriguez, the 2-2, swinging a ground ball third base by the back, and it kicks off with a glove and rolls, and a run will score to tie the game. Well, the bag was bothering Keith on the play as he charged in. Hit the heel, rolled ahead, and we're all tied at 1 now as Rodriguez scores and Cox at first. The wild pitch and the fly ball that moved him up have helped tie this game in the 5th inning. Here's Berglund. Here's a strike at the belt. Looks like they've scored that a base hit. Berglund caught looking. That was a single, infield single for Cox with the RBI. Swing and a miss. Well, putting the ball in play, folks. That's the name of the game. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, the inning done. But Akron ties the game. 1 run on 2 base hits, and they strand a man. The base of the wall, played by Halpin. It's an ease-up double off the bat of Cruz to start the 6th inning. Boy, base of the wall, deep in right center. He just missed a home run. Here's Colt Keith, the third baseman. Keith, a sac fly in the third, drove in the Erie run tonight. Erie now 4 hits, Akron 2. Left-hand batter, here's the pitch. Upstairs and outside for a ball. Look at second. 1-0. Swung on, high fly to center. Halpin comes on. In the alley, left center makes the catch of the high fly ball for the first out. Way 4 times tonight, Erie's had that leadoff man aboard. Here's Josh Crouch. Crouch, fan twice, once looking, once swinging. Right-hand batter. Did not play yesterday. Looks at a strike in the outside corner. A look back at second, the pitch. Did he check it? Did not. That's strike 2. These two teams do not meet again until the 28th of June. That is in Erie. Then they play a lot. 0-2 to Crouch. Stanley checks and deals. Breaking ball, lays off it, runs outside and low. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Josh Crouch. Again, Stanley checks. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him on a fastball. First strikeout for Stanley, out number 2 in the inning. With Cruz still at second. Here's Grant Witherspoon, who singled twice and promptly caught stealing second twice by Michael Berglund, the Akron catcher. Stanley looks back, comes home. Strike on the outside corner taken by Witherspoon, left-hand batter. 2 for 9 series, had a couple of walks yesterday. Came to the Tigers late in March from Tampa. Swinging a foul tip on the off-speed pitch, and it's 0-2. 6th inning, 1-1 game from Canal Park on this Saturday night to wrap up the first series of the year and homestand. Stanley looks back. The 0-2. Swinging a foul back, third base side back out of play.
Fans at Bell is brought to you by Luigi.
Right-hander again. And Stanley, the 0-2. Swinging a high pop-up foul, but that will make the seats behind the dugout. Loge bound and comes back down below. We were 55 at game time tonight. Stanley at the belt. A look back at Cruz. In the 0-2, swung on ground ball, second base. Nice big hop. Delgado gloves and throws him out, and the inning done. Nothing after their leadoff double. A new pitcher for the Seawolves, Lane Henderson, comes on a right-hander. Last year on inning, 2 hits and a run and a strikeout. Henderson, 6'4", 198, right-hander, a Rule 5 pick from Houston in the offseason. Tie game at 1. Akron on top with Halpin, Martinez, and Lavastida facing the right-hander. And he deals. Strike called outside corner. Henderson, 6'4", 198. California native. Halpin's 0 for 2 tonight. Did he check it? He did not. He went too far. Breaking ball in the dirt, 0-2. 54 degrees in the Rubber City. Just a light wind coming in. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He got him on an off-speed breaking ball that he ran away. So Henderson fans Halpin to start the 6th inning. And here's Angel Martinez, the Akron shortstop. He's fanned twice tonight. He faced Madden both times. Madden started, he fanned 10 in 4 innings. He was unhittable. Angel batting left. Keith edge of the grass off the bag at third. The outfielder right, and there's a breaking ball strike on the outside corner of the off-speed pitch. 1-4-0 for the Seawolves. 1-2-0 for Akron. 0-1. Waves at a breaking ball that's in the dirt, and it's 0-2. Boy, he's really keeping Akron off balance right now is Lane Henderson. At AA Corpus Christi last year, most of the year. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, he got him on the outer half. That little foul tip held by Crouch. So back-to-back strikeouts. Angel's fanned 3 times tonight. And 14 strikeouts for Seawolves pitching. And here's Lavastida, who was fanned looking and grounded out to the shortstop. Glad to have you along on this Saturday night. Jim Clark and Marco Lanave, Rick Winstead back at our studios, and there's the ball inside to Lavastida. Slightly open stance. He's DHing tonight. 1-0. Breaking ball over but low. 2-0 to Brian. Jonathan Rodriguez waits on deck for the Rubber Ducks. Henderson ready. 2-0. Swing and a miss. Well, he ties him up inside that time. 2 balls and a strike. Right-hander ready again. 2-1. Called strike 2 at the knees on the inside corner. We're even up at 2-2 now. He's got a ton of room should he pull one down that left field line. 2-2. In the dirt with a breaking ball that one hot Crouch. And the string is out to Lavastida. He was on base 3 times yesterday, was hit by a pitch, and he drew a couple of walks. 0 for 8 on the year. Here's the 3-2. It is a little bit inside for ball 4. Just missed the corner. First base runner from Henderson. The 2-out walk. And here's Jonathan Rodriguez, who has fanned twice. Long ball threat, looking to pitch. Low inside, ball 1 to Rodriguez. 21 homers at Lake County last year, hit 5 here. Look at first. 1-0 pitch. Called strike inside corner. Watching Henderson, he reminds me of Quantrill. He's ready again. They check it Lavastida. 1-1 in the dirt. Good block by Crouch. Stays right in front on the left side. 2 balls and a strike. Naranjo's on deck for the Rubber Ducks. The creamsicle jerseys tonight for Akron. Seawolves, the Fire Engine Red. Henderson ready. 2-1. Swing and a miss. He ties him up inside that time with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. And the count is even at 2-2. 1-1 game in the 6th inning. 2 outs. The Ducks are runner on first and Brian Lavastida, who drew a 2-out base on balls. 2-2. Swung on. Runner goes. A high fly to right center. Witherspoon there. He calls, and the center fielder has it, and the inning done. The walk does no damage. We played 6 tonight. Hanley back out. He's worked 2 scoreless innings, allowing a hit. He'll face Holton, Feliciano, and Rodriguez. Holton fanned and flied to right tonight. Erie 1 run on 4 hits. Akron a run on just 2 hits. Stanley deals. Breaking ball. Strike called on the outside corner. He's been sharp tonight. Came on in the 5th inning. 0-1. Called strike 2. Caught the knees on the outside corner. 0-2 to Holton. Wind up the 0-2. Blown away, lays off a breaking ball. The outfield straight up, right-hand batter. The righty Stanley, he fires. Swing and a ground ball, third base. Gloved, Rodriguez throws, got him 5-3 to start the 7th inning. Here's Feliciano. Mario tonight walked and flied to left. Wind up and the pitch. Swing and a miss. A good fastball that was on the inner half. Clock it in 92. Feliciano 0 for 5 opening night. Did not play yesterday. He looks at a ball. He also catches. We've seen him twice in left field. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Line drives through the box, behind the back, shortstop gloves, throws, and he got him on a great play going to his right. Delgado, a highlight play, ends up at third base, and there's the 2nd out of the inning. That's one of the great benefits of not having the shift, watching these guys range right and left and make great plays like Raynell did right there. Ranging far to his right, the backhand, the one-hop throw, and he got him. Here's Julio Rodriguez. He's 0 for 2, fanning twice and takes the ball low and away. One game, 7th inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Boy, Stanley really pitching well. He's about to give Ruge 3 great innings. 1-1. Inside corner called. Strike 2. It's 1-2. Rincones on deck for the Seawolves. Wind up the 1-2. Blown away. Trickles off of the glove of Berglund. 2-2, 2 outs, nobody on. 1-1 game in the 7th. Wind up, 2-2. Swung on, fouled back. Just got a piece that time to stay alive. The Erie run came in the third. The Akron run to tie the game came in the fifth. Here's the 2-2 inside corner, called strike three. Boy, great work tonight by Hunter Stanley. Seawolves go 1-2. Rodriguez and Delgado facing Henderson. He worked a scoreless sixth inning. Naranjo grounded out and struck out tonight. Here's the pitch. Over but low for a ball. Look like Higginbotham is in the Seawolves pen. I think that's, well, maybe not. That's a right-hander. Swing and a miss. They have three pitchers who are in single-digit numbers. That might be Kirby, number 3. 1-1 to Naranjo. Bounces in with a breaking ball. And that's unusual. Pitchers wearing numbers 1, 3, and 4. And then 12 and 14. Henderson set. His 2-1. Ground ball in the hole. Third baseman gloves. Keith throws, and he got him on a good play. Well, they were shaded that way. The shortstop was up the middle. And ranging left, Keith gets him 5-3 to start the seventh inning. Good play by the Seawolf third baseman. Here's Gabriel Rodriguez, who has singled and scored Akron's run and struck out tonight. Akron just 2 singles tonight. Here's the pitch. Strike called inside corner. But 2 big plays in the game was a wild pitch and a fly ball that moved Rodriguez to second and third base, where he scored on the infield ground ball single by Cox with 2 outs. Swing and a foul back to the right, the off-speed pitch again, and it's 0-2. 1-1 game, bottom of 7 on a chilly Saturday night in Akron. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. He waves at a breaking ball in the dirt. That is the third strikeout for Rodriguez, or beg your pardon, for Henderson. 2 gone now, and here's Delgado. There's a walk and fly to center. Right-hander fires, shows bunt, pushes, third base. Keith bare hands and fumbled the ball and can't make a play. It looked like he played that perfectly when he barehanded the baseball, that it popped out of his hand to his glove. I would think that's a base hit. A very good bunt by Delgado. So Raynell's on with 2 outs. And here's Cox. Well, Cox hit that ground ball down third base that Keith couldn't handle when it was around the bag and the heel of his glove for a hit that tied the game. Shows bunt, pulls it back, but it's a strike called on the inside corner. Raynell stole a base in the third tonight. Henderson watching. Not a big lead. The 0-1. Low and inside, 1-1. That is a base hit. I think that's a good call. One and one to Cox. Throw to first, back safely. Akron now 3 hits. Erie has 4. Neither side's made an error tonight. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball third base, but foul between the bag and Ruggles Odor. Bottom of 7, 2 outs. Go-ahead runs at first in a 1-1 game. Connor Cox hitting. Michael Berglund on deck. They check on Delgado. Here's the 1-2 runner goes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 4th strikeout for Henderson.
Hunter Stanley is on for his 4th inning from the Rubber Ducks bullpen. First 3 innings, he's allowed just 1 base runner, has struck out 2. He allowed a base hit leading off the 6th and has retired the last 6 in a row. He'll face Diego Rincones, John Valente, and Trey Cruz in the 8th. The pitch, fastball, upstairs, ball 1. 36 pitches entering the inning for Hunter Stanley. The pitch, swing and a miss on a high fastball. It's 1-1. Twilight time in downtown Akron. Time requested by Diego Rincones. Looked like maybe something caught in his eye. He was trying to wipe away. Stanley deals and hits the outer half with a strike. It's 1-2. The windup, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the 3rd strikeout for Hunter Stanley. 1 down in the 8th. Well, Stanley, we mentioned, out of southern Mississippi. Last year pitching just briefly with the high A Lake County Captains. Had a right elbow strain most of the season. His first pitch, swing and a miss by John Valente. He only pitched 14 2/3 innings all of last year in the regular season. 0-1. Fly ball, center field. Halpin has it tracked in a few steps, puts it away. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the 8th. Still 1-1, Erie and Akron. Bases empty for the top of the order. Trey Cruz, he is the last Erie Seawolves batter to reach base when he doubled against Stanley in the 6th. Left-handed batter against the righty. First pitch, breaking ball. Drops in for a strike. It's 0-1. Cruz 2 for 3 tonight. Single in the 3rd, double in the 6th. The pitch, fastball, just outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 92 on the heater there from Stanley. He works with a fastball, slider, changeup, and curveball. Now Stanley's 1-1 pitch. Misses down low. 2 balls and a strike. Stanley wearing the long black sleeves underneath his orange jersey top. The 2-1 fouled off the catcher Berglund, and the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stanley also pitched in the Arizona Fall League last year to get some more work. For 20 innings in Arizona, the 2-2. Check swing. Did he offer? No, says third base umpire Matthew Blackborough. So a full count on Cruz. On deck is Colt Keith. 2 down, bases empty, top of the 8th, and a 1-1 tie. Stanley winds, and his payoff pitch. Pop fly down the left field line, drifting out of play to Sarah Auto Park foul territory. Still a full count on Trey Cruz. Stanley winds, 3-2. Driven out to right center field. Cox going back at the track, at the wall. It's off the wall. Cox quickly gets it in, cut off by Delgado, and into second base is Trey Cruz with his 2nd double in as many at-bats off Hunter Stanley.
And both were just about out of here. Both doubles about the base of the wall each time. Same spot in the outfield.
Cruz with his 2nd straight double, his 3rd straight hit. He's at second base. Go ahead run in scoring position with Colt Keith coming up for Erie. Keith 0 for 2. A sacrifice fly in the third inning that scored the Erie run. We're tied 1 apiece in the top of the 8th. Cruz at second. Stanley sets. First pitch. Misses outside with the off speed for ball 1.
I would think on a normal night, weather-wise, warmer, that ball's out of here off the bat of Cruz.
That may have enough to carry out to right center. The 1-0 misses up and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Now first base is open. On deck is Josh Crouch. Stanley looks at second. He is 2-0. Upstairs, ball 3. Rubber Ducks pitchers have walked 2 tonight, as have Seawolves pitchers. After the 2 teams combined for 35 walks over the first 2 nights. Stanley's 3-0. Fastball inside for ball 4. And he walks Colt Keith. First base on balls allowed by Stanley. And with 2 on, 2 out, a tie game at 1 in the top of the 8th. Josh Crouch, the 3-hole hitter for Erie, comes to bat. And Berglund, the catcher, goes to talk with Stanley on the mound. Shortstop Martinez comes in to chat as well. Let's pause for station identification. This is Akron Rubber Ducks baseball.
Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. 640 WHLO, Akron, an iHeart radio station.
Alongside Jim Clark, I'm Marco Lanave in the Audio Technica broadcast booth. First pitch from Stanley to Crouch, breaking ball. Crouch went too far on the swing. It's 0-1. He has struck out 3 times tonight as Crouch the pitch. Check swing. Went too far again. It's 0-2. And in the series, he is 0 for 6 with 5 strikeouts. Has drawn 2 walks. Stanley trying to keep the game tied going to the bottom of the 8th. The 0-2. Driven foul, first base side. Still 2 strikes the count. Stanley ready now for an 0-2. Low and away. Crouch laid off. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cruz leads from second and Keith from first. 2 down. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Breaking ball by Stanley gets Crouch swing. Starting rotation last year. Leading the Eastern League in ERA, whip, and opposing average. But now he's working in the bullpen. The pitch to Michael Berglund. Swing and a miss on the fastball. It's 0-1. So Kirby making that transition now to the bullpen. After last year, that stellar campaign for the right-hander. The 0-1. Swing and a miss by Berglund. No balls, 2 strikes. He was in the running for pitcher of the year in this circuit last year. 21 starts, 8 relief appearances. 116 strikeouts in 127 innings last year. He sets at the belt, 0-2. Misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Kirby to Berglund. Berglund, then the top of the order for the Rubber Ducks due up. Petey Halpin and Angel Martinez. Kirby's 1-2. Misses high with the fastball. It's 2-2. First appearance of the series for the right-hander out of the University of Texas at San Antonio. Outfield deep In the late innings with a tie game, the pitch low and inside. Ball 3 to Berglund. On deck is Petey Halpin. Rubber Ducks have drawn 2 walks tonight against Erie pitching. Kirby ready. 3-2. Berglund drives it deep to right center field. Back on it, Witherspoon shy of the track. He comes in a few steps and puts it away. 1 down in the bottom of the 8th.
Looked good when it left the bat, didn't it?
It did. Like you said, Jim, on a cooler spring evening, the ball not carrying as much as it might in the summertime.
And the breeze is coming in as well on top of that.
Yeah. So Petey Halpin 0 for 3 up from the left side. With 1 out, bases empty, bottom of the 8th, a 1-1 tie. The pitch called strike, 0-1. Good fastball there from Chance Kirby. Kirby drafted after his senior year at Texas San Antonio. The pitch misses inside, a ball and a strike. He's a San Antonio native. 27 years old. The righties 1-1. Halpin chops it right side. 3 bounces to the second baseman Valente, who throws out Halpin. 2 down in the 8th. This inning brought to you by Suma Health, presenting Wellness Wednesdays at Canal Park. Next one is Wednesday, April 19th, 6:35 against Harrisburg. Every Wednesday, a health and wellness theme. Here's Angel Martinez, switch hitting shortstop, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts tonight. First pitch, over for a strike, 0-1. Last night, Martinez 1 for 4 with a 2-run single. He's 3 for 11 in the series. The 0-1. Martinez tried a bunt, missed it. The high fastball, it's 0-2. Erie 1 and Akron 1 in the bottom of the 8th. Seawolves out hitting the Ducks 5-3. Kirby sets 0-2. Upstairs with a high fastball, 1-2. 95 that time from Chance Kirby. The righty sets, delivers. Misses down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Martinez. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Base is empty, the pitch. Up and inside, Martinez raises his arms out of the way, and now it's a full count. On deck is Brian Lavastida.
You know, the Guardians tied the game when Seattle drops a little pop-up in no man's land off Ramirez. Bat scored 2 runs to tie it at 3 in the 7th.
This pitch fouled back. It's a full count still on Martinez.
Take that back. It did not tie the game. There was only 1 out. It's 3-2.
Infield shading Martinez to pull. Kirby will throw his 7th pitch of the at-bat. Martinez drives it down the left field line, twisting to the corner. Feliciano chasing. It is a foul ball. So the count stays at 3-2 on Angel Martinez. Union Home Mortgage welcomes you home to Canal Park, presenting all Rubber Ducks home games this season. The next Rubber Ducks homestand starts on April 18th, a Tuesday night. Again, it'll be a Tuesday through Sunday series, as are all of the remaining homestands for the Rubber Ducks. Tuesday through Sunday, 6-game sets. The Harrisburg Senators in town for 6, the 18th through the 23rd. Tickets available at AkronRubberDucks.com, starting at $5. Another payoff coming from Kirby to Martinez with the bases empty. Here it is. Foul to the backstop again. Still a full count on Martinez. Hitting coach Mike Mergenthaler talking about Martinez, really praising him and his feel for hitting at the plate, comparing him a little bit to Brian Rocchio, a switch-hitting middle infielder who came to the Rubber Ducks 2 years ago. The pitch, ground ball foul first base side into the Erie dugout. Still a full count. And excited to see what Martinez can do after he got a taste of Double-A last year. This will be pitch number 10 of the at-bat. 3-2, up and inside, ball 4. And Martinez worked a 10-pitch walk against Chance Kirby. The Rubber Ducks have a 2-out base runner in a 1-1 tie in the bottom of the 8th. Brian Lavastida coming up.
Well, does he run?
At this stage, have to consider it. Martinez last year 12 stolen bases for High A Lake County and Double-A Akron. Kirby sets first pitch. Lavastida fouls it back first base side out of play. No balls in his strike. Lavastida still looking for his first hit of the season. He walked his last time up against reliever Lane Henderson. Kirby, who began this inning, retired the first 2, then walked Martinez. The 0-1 up and inside. Lavastida leans back. A ball and a strike on the Ducks' designated hitter. Lavastida caught the first 2 games of the season. And now tonight he is the designated hitter. Kirby's 1-1. Inside, 2 balls and a strike to Lavastida. Outfield is deep straight away. Infield shading to pull. Kirby's 2-1. Up and inside. Almost hit Lavastida as he flinched forward near his right elbow, but he takes ball 3. Jonathan Rodriguez waits on deck. Martinez leads away from first. 3-1 to Lavastida. The pitch. A high fly ball to right field. Rincones didn't see it initially, now jogs into his left and puts it away for the final out in the bottom of the. Tied at 1 in front of 1,898 on this Saturday night. Righty Hunter Stanley has pitched 4 stellar innings of shutout baseball for the Rubber Ducks. He'll face the 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Seawolves. First pitch, strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Grant Witherspoon, Jake Holton, and Mario Feliciano against Stanley. The 0-1. Bouncer foul, third base side, no balls, 2 strikes the count. Cantillo went 3, allowed an unearned run for Akron as the starter. 0-2. Called strike 3. Good fastball on the outside corner from Hunter Stanley. Gets Grant Witherspoon. 1 down in the 9th. A 1-1 tie between the Rubber Ducks and Seawolves, both in the series and in this game. And with the bases empty, top of the 9th, Jake Holton comes to bat for Erie. He's 0 for 3. Strikeout, fly out, ground out. The pitch called strike, outside corner, 0-1. Stanley winds the 0-1. Foul to the backstop. It's 0-2. Stay tuned after the game for Rubber Ducks recap. We'll give you the highlights of this game, an update on the Guardians. They're trailing Seattle 3-2 at Progressive Field. That game in the 8th inning. Also, Give you the Eastern League scoreboard. The pitch upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jake Holton. And if the Rubber Ducks win, we'll hear from the player of the game down on the field. The 1-2. Misses down low and inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stanley winds in his 2-2 pitch. Outside with the breaking ball. It's 3-2 on Holton. On deck is Mario Feliciano. Stanley with a 3-2. Swing and a miss. Pitch chased in the dirt. Berglund has it, throws to first. Naranjo there for the putout, and Holton goes down on strikes. 6 strikeouts now for Hunter Stanley in 4 2/3 innings. Mario Feliciano to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. The windup, first pitch. Liner over a leaping shortstop Martinez into left field. It's a base hit for Feliciano, his first of the season. And just the 6th Erie hit tonight. Their 3rd against Stanley. And with 2 outs in the 9th, Erie has a runner at first. 1-1 tie. Julio Rodriguez now the batter, 0 for 3. Now we're over at first. Gage Workman comes in to pinch run for Mario Feliciano. Workman at first. Rodriguez the batter. Stanley from the stretch delivers. Misses high. 1 ball, no strikes.
You would think he would be running.
With 2 outs here in the 9th. And representing the go-ahead run. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Berglund's throw down to first. Back safely is Workman under the tag of Naranjo. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Rodriguez. Well, Stanley tonight has gone 4 2/3 innings. That is a career long in his professional career. The pitch. Chopper up the third base line. Glove by Rodriguez. Has time. Throws across in time to get Rodriguez and end the Erie half of the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. The Akron Rubber Ducks can win it with a run. Their 4, 5, 6 hitters are due up. Jonathan Rodriguez, Joe Naranjo, and Gabriel Rodriguez in a 1-1 tie with the Erie Seawolves. Right-hander Chance Kirby pitching his 2nd inning for Erie. He'll face Rodriguez to start the 9th. Right-hander against right-handed batter. First pitch. Skips low in the dirt for ball 1. Jonathan Rodriguez is 0 for 3. A pair of strikeouts tonight. Outfield shades him to right. Infield plays to pull. Kirby sets, delivers. Rodriguez lifts it to center field. Playable for Witherspoon. And he makes the catch for the first out. 1 down in the bottom of the 9th, and here is Joe Naranjo.
Number 12, Joe Naranjo.
Naranjo is 0 for 3, a strikeout and 2 groundouts. Left-handed batter against the righty Kirby. 1 down in the 9th. The pitch. Naranjo fouls it off, third base side, no balls and a strike. Erie and Akron tied at 1. It's been that way since the 5th inning. On a 2-out RBI infield single by Connor Cox to score Gabriel Rodriguez. Ducks have only 3 hits tonight. The pitch outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch misses down low, 2 balls and a strike. We've got a few defensive changes. It was not Witherspoon who caught that ball, but rather Trey Cruz playing in center field. Grant Witherspoon is now in left field. And Gage Workman at short. The pitch lined into center field, charging in Cruz. He has to play it on a hop. Naranjo with a 1-out single. So Gage Workman came on to pinch run for Mario Feliciano in the top of this inning and goes into the game at short. Cruz goes from short to center, and Witherspoon from center to left. Brings up Gabriel Rodriguez, 1 for 3 tonight. A single, and he scored Akron's only run. We have a 1-1 tie, bottom of the ninth. Naranjo at first with 1 out. Kirby set, delivers. Misses outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Rubber Ducks in preparation for a potential 10th inning. Starting to loosen right-hander Trey Benton in the bullpen. Outfield very deep, trying to prevent any extra base hit. The 1-0 misses low in the dirt, 2 balls, no strikes. Naranjo over at first base did steal 6 bases last year. Infield playing Rodriguez to pull that right side is pretty wide open. 2-0, fouled off first base side. 2 balls and a strike to Gabriel Rodriguez.
He's got tons of room between Witherspoon and Cruz in left and right center field.
Kirby has the sign from Crouch. The 2-1 inside and low, ball 3. On deck is Reynel Delgado. Rubber Ducks trying to take the series in walk-off fashion. 3-1. Ground ball past Kirby on the mound. Fielded by Valente to second for 1. Workman on to first. In time, double play. And that sends us to extra innings. A scoreless bottom of the ninth.
Lynchburg last year 1-2 in 13 games. At Lake County 2-1 in 26 games. Fastball, slider, and a curveball. So Rodriguez is out. Joyce running for him. Rincones hitting, that's high for a ball. Rincones scored their run after walking in the third. He's 0 for 2. 1-6-0 for Erie, 1-4-0 for the Rubber Ducks. Erie's left 6 on base, Akron 6 as well. 1-0, called strike at the belt, 1-1 to Rincones. Valente on deck, and then Cruz to follow. Extras from Canal Park on a chilly Saturday night. Look at second, 1-1. High and tight, 2-1. Two other games still going on in the Eastern League. Benton checks. 2-1 pitch. Couldn't check it. That's a strike and a breaking ball, and it's 2-2 to Rincones. He was 0 for 2 yesterday. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Tie game at 1 in the 10th. Here's the 2-2. Swung on ground ball, shortstop. Runner does not move, and they throw him out. Martinez to Naranjo. 6-3. He thought about going, and Rodriguez almost cut in front of Martinez. Turns into a 6-3 play. Runner cannot advance. Here's Valente. Twice fly to center and line to second base. John Valente, right-hand batter. The outfield straight away. Benton looks back and deals. Swing and a miss on a fastball. A little foul tip. 1 strike to Valente. He's out of St. John's, 21st rounder in 18. At Toledo and Erie a year ago. 0-1. Lays off a high fastball. They're in the 9th in Cleveland, still 3-2 Seattle. Benton ready. He checks at second, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. He ties him up, and it's 1-2. A good heat from Trey Benton. He's 6'4", 209, 24 years old. Resides in North Carolina. In Cerro Gordo, North Carolina. Here's a 1-2. It's high, lays off the heat that time. 96 on the gun. And these fans have stuck with it tonight. Benton says yes. He takes a look back at Joyce and deals. Swinging a ground ball through the box. Shortstop behind the bag. Martinez throws and he can't get him. Slowly hit ball. Too many bounces. And nothing Angel could do, and that's a base hit. To third base goes Joyce. Back to the top of the order, and now the center fielder, Trey Cruz. He's been a pain in the you-know-what tonight. 2 doubles and a single. He's just missed 2 home runs to deep right center field. He'd take a bloop right now, though. Benton checks him on the corners to pitch. High for a ball. Benton ready. 1-0 pitch. Swing and rattles a foul off of the mask of Berglund. Count is even at 1-1. Keith is on deck. Joyce the runner at third. Valente the runner at first. 10th inning. It's a 1-1 game. Right-hander set again. 1-1 pitch. Low, 2-1. Infield playing for a double play ball to get out of the inning. Benton comes to a stop. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball to first. Knocked down. They will not get 2. Run scores. Narano's on the back for the out. He may have had a shot to get 2. He tried to backhand the ball, hit the heel of his glove, and stayed right in front of him. He gets the out, but Joyce scores. Valente to second. Seawolves lead 2-1 in the 10th. 3 unassisted. The RBI goes to Cruz. Here's Keith, sac fly, runner at second, 2 outs. And now you want to keep it a 1-run game, and that's a ball high. The Ducks will have Rodriguez at second base in the bottom of the inning, followed by Delgado, Cox, and Berglund, the bottom 3. And they'll face Kirby. 1-0 pitch. Low and inside 2-0. That was not the easiest play for Naranjo. Kind of a short hop, kind of jammed him up a little bit on the hop. And it was a smash as well off the bat of Cruz. Benton checks on the runner at second. Valente the pitch. High pop up behind the plate. That's right down in front of us. Look out, fans. Unless you have a glove, you don't want to try to catch that thing tonight. Have a hard time cutting your ham tomorrow if you try to catch one of these pop-ups. Two-one. Benton a look at second. Here's the pitch. Here's a strike. With 2 balls, not out of the infield, produced that run. It is 2-2 to Keith. Do they have pen activity? I'm surprised a little bit.
Yeah, Austin Bergner, the right-hander, getting loose out there. He's another who was a starter last year and now in a relief role.
Benton said he checks on Valente at second. 2 outs, 2-2. Breaking ball, wild pitch, kicks right, run down by Berglund to third base. Goes Valente. And these little things tonight, pass balls, wild pitches, have all been big in the game. Fly balls to move runners without a sac fly. They've all been part of this game tonight. And now a runner at third with 2 outs. And a full count to Keith. Trey Benton set. And the payoff. Ground ball foul, right side down into the dugout. Fielded by a Seawold player in the steps. We stayed in the middle 50s most of the night tonight. Once again, the payoff is hit to right, chasing back. Cox, he's there. He makes the catch, the inning done. Seawolves get a run on a hit, and they strand a man. We go to the bottom of 10. Second base. Gabriel Rodriguez, Delgado, Cox, and Berglund. Akron needs a run to extend the game to send them home happy. Delgado tonight, a bunt single, a walk, and a fly to center. They're thinking bunt, their corners are in. Left-hand batter, right-hander on the hill, look back in the pitch. He squares, it's high for a ball. 2-7-0 for the Seawolves, 1-4-0 for the Rubber Ducks. A good ball game tonight. 10th inning, 2-1 Erie. Bergner ready. The pitch, squares again, fouled it back on a high fastball. Well, Workman's almost right on the bag trying to keep Rodriguez as close as he can keep him there.
And Bergner, his first couple pitches, not easy to bunt. He went with the high fastball.
He squares again the pitch. Again the high fastball. That time he lays off. You're right, that's a hard pitch to bunt. Because most times you pop it up. 2-1. Tyne runs at second, nobody out, bottom of 10, 2-1 Seawolves. Bergner again, the fifth Erie pitcher tonight. 2-1 pitch, caught the outside corner, good pitch, and it's 2-2. Now the outfield just about straight away for Delgado. Bergner at the belt. Here's the 2-2 swing and a miss. He got him. He pulled the string. So Delgado fans, there's the first out of the 10th inning. And here's Connor Cox. Infield single tied the game in the 5th inning. He's fanned the other 2 at-bats. 15 strikeouts for Erie pitching tonight. 10 were laid down by Matt in the first 4 innings tonight. He fanned the first 6 batters he faced in 8 of 9. Cox, right-hand batter. Here's the pitch. High for a ball, up and in. Bergner again ready. A look back at Rodriguez. 1-0 pitch. Hit foul to the right. The outfield's playing to right. And the count is even at 1-1 to Connor Cox. Connor Cox out of Long Beach State. It doesn't feel like Long Beach State tonight.
No, it does not.
Swinging a ground ball foul into the dugout at third base on the Akron side. Akron 2 off days after today. Bergner gets the sign from Crouch. A look back at Rodriguez. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a foul back to the right. On a change-up. Well, the Guardians lose 3-2 to Seattle. They dropped the first 2 games at home, and of that series, they're now 5-4. 1-2 to Connor Cox. Bergner checks on Rodriguez, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on a changeup inside again, inner half. Off-speed pitches gets him back-to-back strikeouts. Akron down to their final hope in catcher Michael Berglund. Michael fanned twice. He's flied to center. He's tossed out 2 base runners tonight. Left-hand batter. Got pop in the bat. The outfield to right. Right-hander home. Swing and a miss. Good fastball. 1 strike to Berglund. In case he gets on, Petey Halpin's on deck. Again, Bergner ready. Here's the 0-1. Wild pitch, kicks away. Runner goes to throw to third base and almost threw the ball away. Now it rolls away. The runner's coming home, and it's going to tie the ball game. Unbelievable. Whether it was a pass ball or a wild pitch, it ricocheted right back to the catcher, Crouch. He threw to third base. Lunging left was Keith. It kicked back to his right, and Ruge, he got Rodriguez on his feet to tie the game. Unbelievable. Well, there's got to be a throwing error, I would imagine, on Crouch, allowing the run to score. Here's a strike taken by Berglund. I thought it was a pass ball. That's a little low. I'm sure they'll talk about with young catchers. In this situation, that's a throw you really unless you know you have him by a mile, don't make it, because that's what can happen. There's no margin of error should the ball get away. Here's the 1-2. Struck him out on the foul tip. But Akron ties the ball game. No one run, no hits and error. We go to the 11th now. It's Akron 2 and Erie 2.
So a 2-2 tie, and the Rubber Ducks go to yet another pitcher. They'll have right-hander Bradley Hanner on. Hanner is the 5th Rubber Ducks pitcher of the night. Trey Benton worked the 10th inning and allowed that unearned run on a hit. Did not walk a batter nor record a strikeout. And Hanner will face Erie's number 3 hitter Josh Crouch to open the 11th, with Colt Keith running at second base. A look to second. Hanner's pitch skips in the dirt and over the glove of the catcher Michael Berglund. That sends the base runner Keith from second to third on a wild pitch. Well, last inning we saw a runner advance on a wild pitch by Benton. And last half inning, we saw the Rubber Ducks tie the game on a pitch that got away from Erie catcher Josh Crouch, a pass ball, and then his throwing error allowed the runner to score. And now it's Crouch at the plate trying to give his team the lead again, 1-0. Tapper up the first baseline foul. A ball and 1 strike.
Neither pitcher really doing a lot of things wrong to give up those runs in that inning.
Now the infield in for Akron, 1-1. Sharp ground ball left side and through the hole for a base hit into left field. Crouch knocks home Keith, and Erie has retaken the lead in the top of the 11th. The Seawolves 3 and the Rubber Ducks 2.
And there's the case, Marco. Once again, I think if that ball, if they're not drawn in, it's maybe a hit, but the runner's not going to score on that play. Because you got the shortstop a little deeper maybe to get to that ball, but the wild pitch put him on third base. They take advantage.
And like you mentioned, Jim, last inning, wild pitches and pass balls magnified in this game. The pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Both teams benefiting from a pass ball moving a runner from second to third. The Seawolves benefiting back in the 3rd inning and the Rubber Ducks last inning. 1-0 the count to Grant Witherspoon. The pitch misses down low, 2 balls, no strikes. So that run scored by Keith is unearned against Hanner. Erie leads it 3-2, top of the 11th. Hanner sets, delivers. Swing and a miss by Witherspoon. 2 balls and a strike.
To these fans, a little under 2,000, they got to tip your hat to them. They're still here waiting for fireworks.
Absolutely. They deserve that show for sure. 2 balls and a strike. Hanner deals. Fastball called strike 2-2. Well, these two teams played some tight ones a year ago. Of the 24 games that they played last year, 10 of the 24 were 1-run games, and 17 of the 24 decided by 1 or 2 runs. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Witherspoon goes down for the first out of the 11th. First strikeout for Bradley Hanner. And not only those close 1- and 2-run games, 8 times there was a last at-bat win, including 6 walk-offs in the season series between the teams a year ago. The pitch up high, 1 ball and no strikes to Jake Holton. He's 0 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts. And in 5 different games last year between Erie and Akron, 5 of those 24 overall, one of the teams down to its final out came back to tie the game, and 3 times that team won the game. 1-0 misses outside to Jake Holton for ball 2. So Akron tonight down to its final out. Tied the game with that pass ball and error on the same play. And Josh Crouch, the catcher who committed those miscues for Erie, comes through for his team with an RBI single in the top of the 11th here. And Erie has a 3-2 lead. Hanner's 2-0. Misses outside. 3 balls, no strikes. The winner of this game wins this 3-game series to open the season, and also, because the teams do not meet again this half, wins the tiebreaker. The pitch up and inside, ball 4, and Holton draws a walk. Crouch moves up to second. Holton on at first. 2 on, 1 out. Erie a run home already. 3-2 lead in the top of the 11th. And now Gage Workman, who entered the game as a pinch runner in the 9th inning, comes to bat. Switch hitter up left-handed against the righty Hanner. First pitch misses low and away for ball 1. In the bottom of this 11th inning, the Rubber Ducks will have their top of the order: Halpin, Martinez, and Lavastida. Hanner sets the 1-0. Low and inside, 2 balls, no strikes on Workman. And now pitching coach Brad Goldberg comes out of the third base dugout. He goes to chat with Bradley Hanner.
He wore a path out there on Thursday and Friday night. Not too many times tonight has he been needed.
The Ducks pitching stronger, notably from the walks perspective, after walking 19 batters in 2 games. Akron 4 walks tonight. This inning brought to you by the Northern Ohio Honda Dealers Association, which presents giveaway Saturdays at Canal Park. Tonight it was a movie poster giveaway for the first 1,000 fans. The next giveaway Saturday is 2 weeks from tonight. Saturday, April 22nd. Again, it'll be a 6:05 first pitch against the Harrisburg Senators, with gates opening at 5 o'clock. 2-0 the count to Workman. Hanner sets, looking at second, delivers. Fastball up and away, 3 balls and no strikes. And on the 22nd, it will be a Rubber Ducks Chef's Hat giveaway. Also fireworks on that Saturday night, as we do every Saturday night at Canal Park. 3-0, fastball, strike outside half to Workman. So Erie retaking the lead. Seawolves scored in the top of the 10th. Akron tied it in the bottom of the 10th. And Erie a run here in the 11th, leading 3-2. 1 out, 2 on. 3-1. Workman hits a fly ball to left field. Going back, Rodriguez twists around, still going back, and just onto the track, makes the catch. Going back to second, Crouch, and back to first, Holton, on the long fly ball by Workman.
It was not an easy play.
And the wind and the spin of the ball coming off the bat had Rodriguez twisting around and got to deep left, just shy of the track, to make the catch. So 2 on, 2 out. And Corey Joyce, who came on as a pinch runner, is set to bat, but now we've got time called, and manager Ruglis Odor coming out of the third base dugout. Not sure what's happening here. He's talking with the home plate umpire, Denver Dangerfield. And we're ready to go, so not quite sure what that would have been.
An appeal?
So they're appealing. What they're appealing here, they threw to second base, is whether the base runner, Holton, who was pretty far from first base, whether he touched second base and then didn't retouch it on his way back to first.
Yep, on the way back to first.
The pitch, strike on the inside corner, 0-1. So that's what they did. And manager Ruglis Odor went over to the home plate umpire Dangerfield to explain what they were doing before they did it. And they said, No, he was fine. The pitch upstairs, 1 ball and 1 strike. Jim, I don't know if I saw him reach second base all the way.
I was watching Rodriguez catch the ball.
Yeah. In any case, the umpire said all is good with that base running by the Seawolves. 1-1. Breaking ball outside. And Joyce did not go around on the swing, so it's 2 balls and a strike.
Well, somebody saw something in that Akron dugout to make them appeal that play like that.
Yeah. So 2 down, 2 on. A 3-2 Erie lead in the 11th. The 2-1 inside to Joyce. 3 balls and a strike. Joyce came on as a pinch runner in the 10th inning, and he ended up scoring after a single by Valente, an infield hit nonetheless, and Trey Cruz grounding to first. 3-1, breaking ball. In for a strike, it's 3-2. So with a full count and 2 outs, top of the 11th, Erie ahead 3-2. The runners will be going with the next pitch. Crouch from second and Holton from first. Henner's payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He fans Joyce with a high fastball. And 2 strikeouts in the 11th for Bradley Hanner. The Seawolves do. Although during his plate appearance, Rubber Ducks tied the game with a pass ball and a throwing error by the catcher Josh Crouch for Erie. Then Crouch came up, grounded an RBI single to left in the 11th, giving Erie this 3-2 lead. Now it's Halpin at the plate. The pitch misses upstairs from Austin Bergner, ball 1. Bergner came on in a save situation, Erie leading 2-1 in the 10th. Struck out the first 2 batters. Then a pass ball and error allowed the tying run to score. Bergner struck out Berglund. 1-0. Misses low and away, 2-0. So Bergner was perfect in the inning, striking out 3 batters. But the tying run did score. Akron trying to tie it again, trailing 3-2.
Petey, a huge hole to bounce one through that left side right now, but the Workman holding the runner on.
Bergner sets the 2-0. Halpin swings and misses at the high fastball. It's 2-1. We are closing in on the 3-hour mark of this game. In front of 1,898 at Canal Park. Bergner set at the belt. Is 2-1. Halpin pops it up foul over the third base side out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Erie pitchers have struck out 18 Rubber Ducks tonight. The 2 teams have combined for 30 strikeouts. And also 7 walks. Seawolves have out-hit the Rubber Ducks 8-4 and lead it 3-2. The 2-2 just low. Ball 3. Halpin with a good eye there on the Bergner off-speed pitch. So a full count, 3-2 on Halpin. Erie in front, 3-2, bottom of the 11th. Berglund leading from second. Bergner's 3-2. Halpin hits a drive foul down the left field line over to Sarah Auto Park foul territory. Still a full count on Petey Halpin. Let's pause for station identification. This is Akron Rubber Ducks baseball.
Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. 640 WHLO, Akron, an iHeartRadio station.
Bergner ready for the 3-2, now steps off, and he's allowed to do that, but he's now done it twice in this plate appearance. The next time would be a balk. Bergner sets 3-2. Skips low in the dirt for ball 4, and Halpin with a toss of the bat in the direction of the third base dugout has drawn a walk. First walk allowed by Erie pitching since the 8th. Just the 4th tonight drawn by the Rubber Ducks. But it puts the winning run at first. The tying run is at second. Nobody out, bottom of the 11th. Erie up 3-2, and Angel Martinez, switch hitting shortstop at the plate. He's 0 for 3. 3 strikeouts and a walk tonight.
Sacrifice situation now.
Keith at third and Holton at first on the dirt cutouts. Now they're coming in. The pitch, Martinez showed bunt, takes a strike, 0-1. Now we saw Martinez last night, Jim, put down, I'm remembering Thursday night, he put down a fine bunt for his first hit of the season. The 0-1, not bunting, pitch in the dirt. A ball and a strike on Martinez. Berglund, the runner at second base. He is the tying run. Over at first, Halpin with very good speed. 16 stolen bases a year ago. He is the winning run. Bergner is 1-1. And the bunt popped up. And Bergner had it in his glove. Now it pops out of his glove. And they throw over to third base. They'll force out Berglund. On a bit of a crazy play for the Seawolves infield. Martinez popped up the bunt. Bergner came off the mound, turned his back to the plate, reached out for it while the first baseman Holton was charging in, diving for it. And Bergner tripped over Holton. The ball went to the grass, and Valente, the second baseman, ended up making the play to retire Berglund over at third.
Nobody panicked on that play when it really could have happened big time. I imagine we're thinking at first, can I somehow get 2 out of this? But they wisely went to third base
to get the lead runner and keep that tying run at second. So it was indeed Valente who makes the play. 4-5 on the putout for the first out of the inning. Here's Lavastida. First pitch. Upstairs with the fastball, ball 1. Erie 3, Akron 2, bottom of the 11th. 1 out. Halpin now the runner at second, and Martinez at first. Lavastida 0 for 3 with a walk tonight. The pitch misses low and away. 2 balls, no strikes to Lavastida. Outfield shading Bryan to hit it the opposite way. Big gap in left center. Bergner sets. Is 2-0. A chopper to the left side. Slowly hit. Workman fields to second for 1. Valente turns to first. The relay not in time. Lavastida beats it out. He reaches safely, but Martinez retired at second for the second out of the inning.
And Marco, that's another play where I would have not made that relay to first. Your odds are very minimal of getting him on a slowly hit ball. And if you make a mistake, what happens? Tying run scores from third base.
Now the Seawolves trying to make the play to end it. In both cases, last inning, that error by the catcher Crouch allowing a run to score. Now 2 outs, bottom of the 11th, tying run at third, and a pitch clock violation was going to be called by Dangerfield. Bergner is coming in to say he wanted a new baseball. Manager Gabe Alvarez comes out of the first base dugout and talking with the home plate umpire Denver Dangerfield. So it is indeed a pitch clock violation.
He does not want Bergner rattled here.
Between batters, Bergner got a new baseball and maybe thought he had some time because of it. 1-0. Chopper to third. Scooped by Keith. He throws to first. In time, that ends the game. Rodriguez grounding out to end it, and the Seawolves hang on for a 3-2 win.